So the first organic compound that we're going to look at is alkanes. And an easy way to identify an alkane is it will have the structure that looks like this, where it's got a carbon and then a hydrogen. Now the N just is a arbitrary number that could mean anything. So for example, you know it's an alkane if it's a carbon 1 and then it's a hydrogen 4. The reason for this is because it's fully saturated, and that's a way you identify an alkane. Now, a good way and a good practice is to look at isomers, which can show many different examples of the same formula. In this case, it's looking at pentane. And the reason you can tell this is pentane for the first example is because it's got 6 chain carbon and there's no other side functional groups on it. Therefore, the name of it is just going to be pentane based off how many carbons there are. And the key thing about alkanes is that the ending is going to end in ane, ane. So for the other example that I have here is called 2-methylbutane. And the way you figure this one out is that first you have to look at how many carbons the longest chain is. In this case, it's 4. So that way you know it's butane. And then you know that there's a functional group right there, which is going to be representative of the methyl. And since it's on the second one, if you're looking from shortest way, therefore the name of it is going to be 2-methylbutane. Now, an example I have to have you try in class, if you pause the video, is to find what is the last isomer of this same formula. So pause the video here, and then you can try it in class and come back, not only with the written out structure, but also the name of it. Alright, so now that you've done it in class, this is what you should have got. It's going to be called 2,2-dimethylpropane. And the reason for that is because you have your propane here, because that's the longest carbon chain with 3. And then you have 2 functional groups up here and here. They are both in the 2 spot, therefore it's 2,2. And because there's 2 methyl groups, that means you have to have the beginning of di. So therefore the name of it will be 2,2-dimethylpropane. And make sure you have the A and E because it is an alkane.